to VAR, where Americans talk soccer. I'm your co-host today, Idris, and alongside me, June. How are you doing today, June?
Hey. What's up, everybody? This is June from VAR Podcast.
Thank you guys for subscribing. Make sure you smash that like button. I'm watching you. I'm that dude watching you. I know when you watch it and you don't like, so
We watching, fam. We watching.
don't let me
Smash
find
that
you.
like button.
Don't let me find you. But today we're gonna try to keep it short. Last week we had a special guest, Spicy P, and we had a pretty good conversation. So today we're gonna keep it short. We're just gonna discuss what's up with Manchester City. It can't be a 10-man lead, but they're trying to win the Champions League. So, June, what are your thoughts on that? Like, one minute you're like they're the best team in the world. The next minute you're like they can't even beat 10-man leads. Like, come on, what's going on?
Seriously, man. What happened to them? Coming off such a strong start of the season, actually pretty weak start, but they caught up and they're dominant leaders. Everyone's expecting Man City to win, and they kind of reverted back to their beginning of the season again. I mean, good starting goal by Ferran Torres. That was a beauty. That was a beautiful goal by him. And I think they got too confident. They got overconfident. They forgot to play their game, There's a lot of respect between Pep Guardiola and Bielsa. And this was an interesting match to watch for sure. And Raheem Sterling, he had many chances, and he didn't put the ball back in the net. And that was I think that was huge. Raheem Sterling, he had multiple options to pass it to his teammates in his first main chance, but he decided to go for goal, which was a little greedy, but I understand. He's on a good form. But yeah, Bamford, decent performance by Bamford, honestly. I think Bamford has shown really good performance in the season so far. It's once Bamford gets the confidence he needs in the game, like he gets a goal or he gets a really good shot on target, that's everything. That's when everything begins for Bamford. Literally, that's all he needs. It's all mental. Once he gets that mental boost, I think he's a top striker in EPL. And he's actually doing really well in EPL too. I think he has around 12 goals, which is really good for a guy coming up from Championship. And yeah, it just leads overall. Man, Stuart Dallas, what a goal. First goal was Edison can't do anything about that. Hit the post and just hit with such a clean shot with power. So that was a crazy goal. And man, 3 minutes. Idris, can you believe it? 3 minutes. They just had to hold 3 minutes. And they couldn't do it. I mean, I think they learned to park the bus from Spurs. I think that was a bad idea. They don't learn to park the bus from Arsenal and Spurs ever.
Respect Arsenal.
But I'm still impressed by John Stones' performance though. I think he looked really good out there in this match. And yeah, just the strikers, Man City struggled, and the counter attack, the intensity that these Leeds guys play in, that's just so much pressure and so much pace into that. So at the end, the counter attack from Meslier to I forgot who it was. I think it was maybe Calvin Phillips, man. Calvin Phillips, his passes are so good. Calvin Palace, I think he gave the through ball to Stuart Dallas, and that converted into a goal right away. And that was insane. That was immense. So yeah, disappointing performance from Man City, but they're out there. Them way there. They still up 14 points from Man United, but Man United, given that they're 2 games behind, let's say Man United wins 2 more games, that's 66 and 74. That's total of 8 points difference, this is a very close season. And coming off from a Man City loss against Leeds, the last game they had Man City against Leeds, they were 1-1 tied. And I don't think anyone expected Leeds to come up with the win, especially with a 10-man. 10-man, man. You know, football is 11-man game, and they just destroyed Man City with 10-man. So this makes me question a lot about Man City's. Actually, Man City just had a one bad game. I'm not gonna be too harsh on them. I think they're gonna pick it up next game. I think Kevin De Bruyne was out this game, right?
Yeah, he was on the bench. He was being saved for Champions League, big boy games.
Right, the big boy games for him. Kevin De Bruyne was out. Mahrez was also, I think, saved for the big game. And Phil Foden also was out, but, got subbed in. Yeah, I think they pretty much play their 1.5 lineup there, and it didn't really turn out really well. Nathan Ake, we haven't seen him a lot. And, yeah, Idris, I want to hear your thoughts on Nathan Ake pretty soon. Yeah. But, yeah, that's my thought. Man City could have done better, but hats off to Leeds. Very good win. Stuart Dallas, very impressive. Very impressive goals. Very, very impressive. But I'm also more impressed by Calvin Phillips. He's such a good addition to England lineup, and he knows how to create space. He knows how to make those passes, and yeah, what a performance.
Yeah, Manchester City in the mud.
In the mud.
Oil Money FC. That's what they get. It looked. Everybody thought Manchester City were going to win. I knew Leeds were going to give them a good game because Leeds, they always give everybody a good game. I think on average they're it's like 2.8 goals scored in every game Leeds have played this season. So that's immense. And when they went down to 10 men, I'm like, definitely Manchester City are going to win. But the thing with Leeds is that they're such a fit team. They run for 100 minutes. Like after the game is done, they go run like a marathon.
The game's just a warm up.
Yeah. So when they went down to 10 men, I'm like, okay, City are gonna try to tire them out. But I'm like, oh, these mans don't get tired. They just keep running. And we saw it, like it was the 93rd minute and Stuart Dallas is going on a full-blown sprint.
Dude.
You just played 90 minutes, almost 70 minutes without an extra man, and he's making a full sprint. I've never seen that.
Man looked like he just got subbed in, dude.
Right? So Leeds, that was a good win for them. They defended very well, like you said, Manchester City had a lot of chances to score. They didn't take their chances. I think Melier did really good. I think for Ferran Torres' goal, I think he could have saved it if he didn't slip, because he slipped a bit. But yeah, Melier was on fire yesterday. I always give him shit, but he's pretty good. I always say he looks like a 14-year-old that's in goal.
He looks really young, yeah.
Yeah, so he is a young French goalkeeper. So he had a good performance yesterday. Like you said, Calvin Phillips, man, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
He was in the defense, midfield, striking. His passes pinpoint. That pass for Rafinha that Edison saved, that was pinpoint. Like if De Bruyne made that pass, everybody would be going nuts,
Yeah.
But nobody's talking about it, So he was really good on the day. I think Rafinha is a good talent. He's like, what are they feeding these Brazilians, man? Like the samba in them. We've seen it. We've seen it with Neymar. We've seen it with Bobby Firmino. We've seen it with Rafinha, Vinicius at Madrid. Like, what are they feeding these Brazilians, man?
Hey, man, Nobel Prize winner out there. Someone that finds it.
Right? Like, we need the secret sauce because, man, they got the sauce with the dribbling. They had a good goal from Dallas, the first one. I think it was a good finish. I don't think Edison had any chance with that one, really. Then they get back into the game. I think they got into the game a little too late. And that's credit to Leeds because, when Leeds got the ball, how other teams, there were situations in the game where, you're 10 men down, you get the ball and you just play it up the field, right? Then the other team comes to attack you. But Leeds actually, sometimes they actually played it and tried to hit them on the counter. I'm like, what are these men doing? You guys are a man down. But again, it goes back to them being a super fit team. Like, these men can run forever. They don't care.
Yeah.
That's what the manager demands. And it's like, that's incredible on them, really. I'm not going to lie. Because, like, I don't think I've seen a team. I've seen either you defend very well and just hope for the best and go for a draw, or you attack and be vulnerable to be open. And they did both. And I was like very impressed. And that goal, I think the second goal that Dallas scored, I think looking back on it, I feel like John Stone should have taken one for the team there. I mean, slide tackle. Because he was pretty close. Like, you expect Ederson to save that, but like it's between the legs. And as goalkeepers, I have like 2 rules for goalkeepers. In my opinion, a goalkeeper should not be beat at his near post and not be beat between his legs. Like, those are 2 things, like 2 of my pet peeves of goalkeepers. Like, when I see goalkeepers beat at their near post, I literally lose brain cells. Because I'm like, you're literally right there. There's no reason you should be beat at your near post. But again, Stone should have taken one for the team.
Yeah, he was actually really close to Stewart, running really side by side.
Yeah, so he probably should have taken one for the team. He probably didn't think he would score, but
right,
you can't take that chance. If like in hindsight now, he probably is like, I should have probably just taken one for the team. Like, they have Ake back from injury, which I think he didn't have that great of a performance. He's just come back from injury, no game time. So I don't think we'll see the best of him this season, probably next season. And it also doesn't help that Ruben Diaz has been playing great and John Stones has refound his form. He's looking at that Euros and he needs to get being that team. So like you said, he played very well yesterday, stepping up, going past players. He even had a strike on goal, but good save from Melier. So I think that's a wake-up call for Man City to not underestimate anyone, and like on their day they can be beating.
Yeah.
And I think they need to be a little more ruthless if they want to win the Champions League, because after all, it's that Champions League they're looking for, Premier League, they don't care about it. Carabao Cup, like, they can win that in their sleep. It's a champion.
Hey, come on, man. We out here. Them way there.
And just to update real quick, Jared Bowen makes it 3-0 for West Ham. So if you guys are watching the game, or if you're not watching the game, that's a quick update. Leicester City in the mud. So
Hammers are going crazy.
Yeah, they've been a really good team this season, and credit to them. Jesse Lingard looks a different man. Jesse Lingard for Ballon d'Or. Let us know in the comments below. Should Jesse Lingard win the Ballon d'Or?
Dude, I honestly think so. Yeah, dude, it was either Spurs winning the title versus Hammers going to the Champions League, but Hammers, they're doing it.
Right, they're being a good team. But back to City, I think they need to be a little more ruthless when it comes to the Champions League if they're going to win, because they'll have to get past Bayern or PSG, whoever wins that. And to be honest, we've seen PSG be very effective. Like Neymar and Mbappe, they're good to score. That's score or assist. That's a guarantee. And Man City, they need to be a little more ruthless, because I feel like they create a lot of chances, but they're not as ruthless. I think they missed that ruthlessness in like the striking force because of Aguero's injury, really. And Aguero, when he's on goal, there's only 2 outcomes. The keeper has to make a world-class save or he scores. There's no third option.
Yeah.
So I think they're really missing that. So they need to be a little more ruthless, and I think this was a wake-up call for them. I think they're going to be a little more ruthless this week when they play Dortmund, really. And that might be bad for Dortmund, because when Man City are ruthless, they can score 5, 6. We've seen it in the past. So yeah, that's just what my thoughts. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This was a pretty short episode. Any closing remarks, Jun?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think Dortmund versus Man City is going to be an interesting one. Dortmund coming from a 3-2 win, and Marcos Royce also scored once again. Haaland's always in form, and Man City coming up from a loss. So there's going to be so much pressure on Man City. I think Man City got more to lose at this point. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, thanks for tuning in as always, guys. This was a little short one, but yeah, let us know what your thoughts are about Man City's performance last night, and do you think they could have done better, or was this not the best lineup they could have played? So, yep. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys, and we're out.
We're out.
Enchanté.